Hi there. I'm just wanting to do a talk, and today I'm going to be talking about Greta Thunberg. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. And climate change and weather. And first of all, I want to educate you all on the fact that there's a thing called geoengineering. I think that's what it's called. And this is something that you can find out on the internet. I did. And basically, they modify and engineer weather, the system. Right? And this is what they do. And it's an actual it's a science fact that. Now, Greta should, obviously with this Greta Thunberg, they've taken someone who is autistic, who is easy to control, who isn't educated on this stuff, right? She's not educated. People don't ask her questions about weather and about the real thing here. They're not asking her, and why they're not asking her, because they're not allowed to. That's why they want a kid, because you can't really say too much to a child. You see, that's why they've got her there. And I wouldn't go as far as Jeremy Clarkson, and call her mad. She's just a child. She's just a kid, and I wouldn't say that about a child that is a little bit innocent. But and also when one of the things she says, I haven't watched her speak, I wouldn't watch her talk, but I've seen some of the things on the internet, and apparently she if you don't believe in climate change, then you're a conspiracy theorist. And you can see what her game is. Her game is she's been programmed into this by her handlers, whoever they are. And the next stage from this climate change is, and it's on television just now, is the offered solution, which is the smart grid. And the smart grid connects us to artificial intelligence, so that artificial intelligence becomes all human thinking. That's what it's leading to. And if you watch this climate change, you'll see that it's going in these steps. First the climate change, then the smart grid, then AI takes over. And that's the 3 stages it's going towards. And then what happens is the smart grid, the idea is so that it's running the show. Because the system obviously thinks that the smart grid would be better to run the world. That's what they obviously think. And they want that, because then once it's controlling the world, how does the smart grid work? The smart grid works by our interactions with the internet as a whole and the smart grid itself. That's why they want you to talk to these gadgets and not just type in things like on a computer or something. They want you to talk to them now. That's to get the AI used to responding to you. So that when you're linked with AI, how they're selling it to you, they're saying you'll be able to access the internet with this chip in your brain. With basically just thinking about it, because you've got this chip, you'll be able to access this chip. And this will be connected to AI, but the only thoughts you'll be able to get once you're connected to the smart grid like that, you'll only get information within the smart grid. And the information on the smart grid is anything to do with the internet. And if you're only getting internet-based thoughts in your mind, you will never get anything outside of that. And it's a great way for the system, the system thinks it's a great way to narrow down what people are saying, to have this kind of grid. And that's why climate change exists. That's why it exists. Everything is engineered. Everything comes from the top, including weather. Remember, the system, like I say, the system is a demonic force that lives on another reality. Because if it lived on this reality, it wouldn't be engineering bad weather, would it? Or stuff like that, because it would be suffering. But it's a demonic force that is doing this, and demonic forces feed off of negativity and depression and fear and panic. But, you know, and they obviously don't come from here, and that's how they can do all the stuff, and it doesn't affect them. But they still live close enough to feed off the energy. And that's what the demonic forces is. Everything's just energy, and the demonic force is an energy that we have created ourselves through a lack of understanding that every thought you think manifests into something. So we've just created this demonic energy by being ignorant of how we create our own reality. But as we're awakening, we're realizing that we're creating our own reality. So that's where everything's going. And that's why they're talking about smart grid and all this stuff, because of a panic, because they know people are awakening spiritually. And these people that have these experiences are telling other people, you know. But regarding Greta, you know, she you know, they've obviously just got someone there who isn't educated on weather, and, you know, and that's it, and doesn't even care to be educated. Also, you know, you got to, you know, if she really cared about the weather and cared about the world, she would educate herself. That's what I do. Right? When I'm not on the internet talking or doing videos, I'm educating myself. And so, you know, apart from my awakening, you know, regarding my spiritual awakening, obviously that is information regarding ascension and stuff like that. That's from my awakening. But regarding stuff like this, and what put me on this road of conspiracy was basically, obviously if you have an awakening, you realise that the you before was programmed. So then I started going on this road of finding out why I was programmed. That's why I'm so interested in this conspiracy stuff. Because I know that something was going on to make me programmed like that. But if you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything falls to divine order and divine timing. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.